everyone, welcome to Carnivorous Plants Hub. Today I wanted to talk about one simple Venus flytrap care mistake that people commonly make that can almost instantly kill a Venus flytrap, and that's fertilizer. Using common fertilizer as instructed can almost instantly kill Venus flytraps. It's incredibly important as a beginner grower that you steer clear of using any kind of fertilizer. Venus flytraps naturally grow in pine savannas that have access to a lot of groundwater. It's a common misconception that Venus flytraps grow in boggy, swampy areas. They do grow in areas that tend to be boggy, but they don't grow down in the actual bog. They're usually in the higher, more dry areas where bogs are formed. Most of the time, the top of the ground is fairly dry, but down where the roots grow, the water is always present. This pure water, over time, rinses the soil and runs off any salts, nutrients, and other minerals. The roots of Venus flytraps have adapted over many years to grow best in nutrient-free soil and water. This is why exposing the roots to common fertilizers packed with nitrogen and other minerals will shock and burn the roots. Venus flytraps do not absorb nitrogen and other nutrients through their roots like other plants commonly do. As a matter of fact, exposing nitrogen, salts, and other minerals to Venus flytrap roots is one of the quickest ways to kill these beautiful carnivorous plants. Venus flytraps have evolved over many years to catch insects and absorb the nutrients they need via those insects. They close on the insect and release a digestive enzyme. These enzymes turn the insect into a soup that the Venus flytrap absorbs directly into its leaves. It gets what it needs from the insect directly into the leaves. These nutrients and minerals never actually touch the roots. If you're finding this video helpful, please make sure to pour some water on my like button and subscribe to help my channel grow. I'm trying so hard to start my own carnivorous plant nursery someday, and you liking, commenting, and watching this video all the way to the end really helps my channel out so much, so I thank you. Miracle Grow makes a peat moss mix that is sold in most big box stores. People often read that Venus flytraps like a peat moss based mix and often grab the Miracle Grow in the bag, as it's one of the most available. The Miracle Grow mix is fortified with fertilizer that will actually kill a Venus flytrap very quickly. You definitely want to steer clear of any Miracle Grow peat moss mixes. When you're looking for peat moss, make sure it's 100% pure sphagnum peat moss, no additives. If it has any kind of growing additive, steer clear. Those additives will burn and kill the roots. You also want to avoid any common potting soils. Potting soils are often chock full of nutrient fortified mixes that will also make quick work of the Venus flytrap roots. You also want to avoid any kind of plant fertilizer sold in stores. These fertilizers are great for common houseplants, but will kill Venus flytraps almost instantly. The nitrogen and other nutrients will burn the roots and kill the Venus flytrap. I often see this question pop up on Venus flytrap groups and my YouTube channel comments. People want to know if they can use fertilizers with Venus flytraps the same way that they use those fertilizers with their common houseplants. This is a huge no. I honestly can't think of another care mistake that will kill a Venus flytrap quicker than adding a lot of fertilizer to your soil or water. There are a few more really important things that I want to go over with you, but real quick before we do that, I want to share with you how you can get your hands on your very own Venus flytrap and some other really incredible carnivorous plants. I'm so excited to be teaming up with California Carnivorous. They are one of the most experienced and knowledgeable carnivorous plant nurseries in the entire world. They have a massive selection year-round of all types of carnivorous plants. There will definitely be something in their nursery that you fall in love with. On top of that, they have been generous enough to offer my viewers an exclusive 10% discount on their order when they enter Bug Eater at checkout. That's Bugeater, Bug Eater. I have links in the description and the pinned comment, so you can head on over and pick out the perfect carnivorous plant to add to your collection. You know you deserve it. Let's go ahead and head on back to the video. The rule for water is really the same as the rule for soil. You want to use pure water that has no minerals or salts. Tap water can harm your Venus flytrap, especially when fertilizer is added. Even when there's no fertilizer added to tap water, the chlorine, minerals, and salts found can really be harmful for a Venus flytrap. In some areas, tap water is actually fine. The only way to really tell is to have a TDS meter. The TDS meter will measure the amount of dissolved solids in the water and give you a good indicator if the water can be used for your Venus flytraps. If the ppm, or parts per million, is under 50, then the water is pure enough to use for your Venus flytrap. Using distilled rainwater or reverse osmosis filtered water are the easiest ways to get the water that you need for your Venus flytrap. You can also get a zero water pitcher. These are great because they filter out chlorine and other minerals. The pitcher comes with a TDS meter so you can measure the filtered water and other water sources. You can even measure your tap water to see if it's fit for your Venus flytraps. I have a full review of the zero water pitcher. That video is actually in the description and the pinned comment if you're interested. If you're interested in purchasing a zero water pitcher, you can also find that same link in the description and pinned comment as well. What a Venus flytrap needs is sun, and a lot of it. When you bring the plant home from a big box store or nursery, you want to acclimate it slowly to full sun. It's likely that your Venus flytrap started out in full sun or under strong grow lights. However, in its journey to the big box store or nursery, it's been without full sun for quite some time. Sometimes weeks or months before it comes home with you. It's really important to acclimate it to full sun really slowly. Start off with about 2 hours a day for the first week, and then bump it up to 4 hours a day in the next week, and keep bumping it up until it's in as much sun as you can give it. You want to keep a close eye on your Venus flytrap for any browning or burning. If you start to see this, just pull back the hours in the sun and let it acclimate a little bit longer. If you acclimate the Venus flytrap slowly, it'll obtain most of the energy it needs to grow big and strong through photosynthesis. It really doesn't need any kind of fertilizer. However, when a Venus flytrap is left outside in full sun, it does two different things. One, it absorbs all that sun and converts it into energy. The other thing it does is what makes them so famous. It catches insects. Venus flytraps catching insects is its way of naturally fertilizing itself. They can survive on just sun alone, but catching insects can speed up their growth and increase their size. If you grow your Venus flytrap inside under strong grow lights, you can feed them insects yourself. You can even feed them dead insects. If you're going to feed your Venus flytrap dead insects, make sure to watch the video in my description. There's actually a special way that you must do this, so it's really important that you know how. It is possible to use fertilizers on Venus flytraps, but you really have to be careful and know exactly what you're doing. You can use a very diluted foliar mix, like the Maxi 16-16-16. You can tediously add a drop into the traps and leaves to avoid getting the mix into the soil, or you can spray the trap, avoiding the soil as much as possible. I've seen both methods work really well. I'm working on a video all about fertilizing Venus flytraps, so I'm not going to get too deep into it, but make sure you like and subscribe so that you can be notified when that video drops. Popping up on the screen right now is my total Venus flytrap care in under 10 minutes. Make sure to hop over to this video and learn all the other tips to help you keep your new Venus flytrap alive and healthy. And thank you so much for stopping by today. I really hope to catch you in my next video. Bye.